Aunts. Fruit punch. Fruit punch.
You know what people? It sounds like a saying that people would say that wouldn't make sense, but they might say it. It's redder than Rudolph's dick. Like someone might say that, but then you're like,
Someone would, yeah.
Yes, well, I can think of one person who
Yeah.
But it's like, well, why would you don't know if his dick is red?
I don't. Yeah,
It's just his nose.
It's not in the song or the
No.
special.
Yeah. Can I be honest with you? If you told me right now, draw a deer's penis or reindeer, deer or reindeer's penis,
Yeah.
and if it's within like 2 degrees of actual reality, we'll give you $1 million. I don't think I would get that $1 million. I think I'm just drawing a dog dick.
Well, I was just gonna say I would draw a dog dick and hope for the best.
Yeah.
With a little, for the reindeer, a little
just, Psalms. What? Oh, which one is that? 122. I think.
Yeah, it's one of the
Yeah,
songs.
draw
of
a dog
Ascension.
stick and
Yeah.
hope for the best.
Yes.
Well, I was thinking too, and then the reindeer could have a little wreath on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's how you know it's a reindeer and not a deer.
Well, that's how you know it's circumcised.
Yes.
It's got the little wreath.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
What an unexpected, disgusting cold open.
Yep. I'd really love to just shift into the episode
think
now if
most-
I could.
Yeah, go
ahead.
ahead. Say welcome, everyone.
Hello and welcome to a bizarre episode of Funbearable. I'm Brad Rohr.
It's bizarre. Okay, I'm Ray Wacky Harrington. I hate that. I don't
And
want
I'm
to go
Chuck, the mammal penis expert, stating. Well, I guess.
home. What's that? Hold on. Just getting breaking news here. Sexpert. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I think I get to think that all four-legged mammals, male, might have similar penises.
I don't think so.
Which one don't you
so.
think?
Well,
The duck is that's a duck
not-
though.
that's
not a mammal.
Right.
or four-legged.
Yeah.
right.
It's two-webbed. So there's the corkscrew penis.
That's the duck.
Some animals, not
Pig?
just the duck. I think a pig does have a corkscrew penis.
You're thinking of his tail.
No, I'm not. I believe it is a corkscrew penis. Maybe it goes all the way through.
I'm not.
I don't know.
I'm not
If
the
you pull
expert.
I'm not a doctor.
If you
I'm
pull
not a
the-
farmer. I can't tell you.
If you pull the tail, it like gets shorter. Is that what you think? It's just like
absolutely. If you pull it fast enough, it starts spinning like a Beyblade. I don't know. I can't remember from my days working at the abattoir.
Yeah.
I just remember, God, it stunk.
oh
The
yeah,
abattoir?
Yeah.
In the summer?
yeah.
The dog days? No thanks. The pig afternoons of summer. The abattoir.
Abattoir boudoir.
I know the listeners can't see it, but the idea of the summer and having that like that, I
eye
love
roll?
that.
Oh, God.
I love doing that.
Yeah.
That like eye roll where you sink into yourself. That's
Yeah.
a fun one.
God, do you think AI is going to take over the abattoir jobs?
I think so.
Oh no, that's what those robot arms are for.
Yep.
Also, why now? Beyonce did it, and now a whole bunch of musical acts are just having robot arms on stage now.
She had a robot arm,
Yeah, she had a robot arm thing.
like
didn't
with
know.
her own arm or like a different arm.
No, big like factory size.
Oh, like in the
robot arm.
like in the movie Dave.
Sure.
Is that the Kevin Kline
Caught a fish this
present?
big? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? For what?
I don't know. I think because they can,
Yeah.
and it's something to do. But I think they should start. I think they should start having like abattoir robot arms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop scarring the young men.
Right.
And it's predominantly young men in the abattoirs.
I think so.
There should be more women. Let's get women in STEM and let's get women in abattoirs.
Yes.
I think so.
There are women who work in the slaughterhouse industry.
I guess. Speak on that.
Sure. I'd love
Say
to.
more, fam.
Well, I'd love to, but I think we were going to go into the episode. We already no need.
This is the episode.
No,
We're in it.
no need for me to back
This
up
is a
my
pig-heavy
baseless
episode.
claim. Yes.
Oh, speaking of, transition.
Yes.
It came up perfectly. Oh my God, that was great.
Wow.
This is like the opposite of
Guys,
blue
we
balls.
didn't. I know you wouldn't believe it. We didn't plan this.
No,
Pink balls.
the abattoir.
Yeah.
This episode's gross. We're better than this, guys.
Are we?
Some of us are better than
Yes.
this, guys.
No, I'm
I
not.
said heavy pig.
Yes.
And it reminded me of something that happened this weekend.
Yeah.
And I had texted
Oh, yes.
you two gents.
Oh yeah.
With a Z. I say gents with
Yes.
a Z. Just understand I'm saying gents with a Z.
Yeah.
As if we're a really cool barbershop.
We are cool.
Such a cool barbershop. Or
What's the logo?
Or whimsical male strip club. Gents.
Oh, that's weird.
Not a lot of whimsy at strip clubs.
Yeah, barbecue
Barbecue.
barbecue shop.
Oh no.
Pig balls.
This happened. I was traveling for shows. I was in upstate New York.
Yeah.
For like 4 days. I was doing a run of shows. It was really fun. Shout out upstate New York. Thank you, people that came out to Comedy Works for 2 of those nights. A lot of fun. So I am in Albany area.
Okay.
Right. It is Thursday, because I had just gotten into Albany. I had done a show on Wednesday and then went up there. Anyway, I'm at the Whole Foods, right? Okay. I'm getting a salad at the salad bar.
Right.
It is something I like to do and then put in my hotel refrigerator and then go do shows and then come back to a salad for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Good call. It's like a life hack.
It's great.
It's a Harrington hack.
It's a Harrington hack. Craig, put the stamp
I
up.
know a Harrington hack.
I don't like that. I know a chuck fuck. I don't know what that means. It's
I'll
weird.
tell you what it means.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But
45 seconds of fury.
so followed by sorry.
Yes.
So the game.
Yes.
To fill the rest of the time. So you want to play a board game? I knocked you. I knocked you all the way home. Why are you slowly turning into George Lucas when I'm saying that? Ooh, George Lucas playing board games?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing. Oh, I like that.
That's
right?
our next episode.
That would be fun.
What would be a trivial pursuit?
Truly is a trivial pursuit. Science, no.
Then you see the crawl in a trivial pursuit.
Oh, now I just pictured Law and Order in Star Wars, right? Like that opening thing,
Yeah.
right? What are you gonna do? It's the law. So anyway, we're bidding ourselves into an early grave. So I'm at the Whole Foods. I'm getting a salad, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking about what I need to do. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, all right, if I finish this up, head back to the hotel, I'll change and then head out for the shows.
Right.
Stuff like that. And then a small man walks up to me. I'd say late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
Short individual.
Short king.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not giving him the crown.
Wow.
Because you don't know what he said.
Yeah.
You're
Short
about
pauper.
to. Pauper. Ooh.
Is that what he is? Wow.
We're gonna
I
find
don't
out.
know his financial situation.
Short peasant.
Oh, I don't like that either. So he says to me, he like leans in like he's telling me a secret, right? Like he's got that.
Yeah.
Hey, and the look on his face. For listener only, it's like, hey, that kind of thing. Like he's about to say, like, they give out $100 bills.
Oh, yeah,
over
yeah,
in the
yeah.
dairy section.
Yeah.
Like something like that. And he leans in and he goes, hey, fastest way to lose weight, keto. And he points at me like, hey, like just letting you know.
No.
This man is not fat.
Oh,
This
that
is
was
a
gonna
thin
be my
man.
question.
Yeah.
This is a thin, short man.
I thought maybe he was like a huge fat guy eating like a chicken leg. And you gave him a look, and he's like, "Listen, here's why I'm eating this chicken leg."
Yeah, no. This was a physically average but short
Yep.
gentleman who
Yeah.
saw a big fat man and went, he probably doesn't know this.
Yeah.
He probably needs this information
Yep.
about keto.
Also, he needs it to be secretive.
Yeah, and so he said that to me, and I stared at him because I genuinely didn't know what to say back. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you,
Yeah.
thank you, I don't
Yeah.
know. And I just went, the fastest way to get taller is to wear thicker shoes. And
You said that to him?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he looked at me and was like, "Oh, no, I don't. No, I'm just. It's just like I'm not being an asshole. I'm just trying." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, great, okay." And he keeps trying to like back out of it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yep, okay."
Yeah.
But it baffled me. What the fuck are we doing?
What
Oh,
a
that's
weird
insane.
approach.
I, by the way, a similar thing happened to me that I've never told anybody about.
Okay.
Very similar, but you continue.
No, I'm just it. Well, we're at the reaction part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we can't do the reaction now.
No, I want to hear it.
I don't have. I
oh
just
no!
told you.
So
for our reaction.
So he just came up to you, offered you a diet tip, unprovoked.
Yeah.
Do you think that he was well-meaning but like an idiot?
That's like if I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, he's a fucking moron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the best option
That's
here.
yeah, that truly is the best case scenario, that this guy what's his thought process, right?
Right.
By the way, I'm at a salad bar.
I was
going to
say it's not like you were putting Reese's eggs on the salad
and then gravy on top of
He's
it.
like,
you know,
he's like, lettuce? No way.
yeah, you got to eat just the meats.
Yes.
You know? But it was genuinely baffling to me, where I was just like, this is only shitty.
Yeah.
Like, you've
Yeah.
only now made me feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do with your information? Was he expecting me to be like, what is it? What did you say?
Yeah,
Keno?
You pull out
the game
your
bingo
phone and you write it down.
Yeah.
Keto. How do you do that?
Is it the city in Ecuador?
Is that like a workout thing?
Yeah.
Is that like a spin?
Man, you should have made him explain it in detail.
But I couldn't believe it. Like, just walking up and being like, "Hey, by the way, who is that for?"
There's a multiple step process here, which is see a stranger, judge a stranger, decide to interfere with their lives and say something that for sure is going to be insulting.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not think that?
Was he expecting me to be like, "Hey, good, thank you, good tip"?
Yeah.
There's no added benefit. There's no good outcome.
It's weird. I'll say this because I suspect he's not a fun bear. I think that's something my dad would do, but not to be. My dad's late 70s at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That he'd see a large dude eating a salad, think salads aren't good. You know what is good? Bacon.
Wow, how
Let
come
me
you think
tell this.
salads aren't good though? That's a weird
Yeah,
step.
But yeah, but my dad is 78 years old, and the filter is the holes in the filter are widening.
I've met your dad a couple of times and I know him. I would be pretty shocked if that happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
There are definitely people that have. I'm obviously, like, I'm a fat guy and I live in the world, so people have said things right through my life. I would say, on average, the people that will comment on my size are older men. Yeah. Usually older men.
Wow.
And because they don't have a filter. The other problem is, like, I'm a stand-up comic, so if I do a show, often there's a older man after a show.
Yep.
Who doesn't understand the relationship.
Yeah, who thinks like, I can be funny too, and I'll say stuff, and it's just shitty.
Yeah.
I'm like,
for
oh, this
sure.
sucks. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, those are guys that'll comment stuff, but it's mostly like, you're a big guy. You
Yeah, whatever.
You ever
Yeah,
play basketball? You ever play football? You ever do that?
Which isn't insulting.
Yeah, and it's like, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think there hasn't been a time where someone has walked up to me and been like, "Hey, real quick, here's a dieting tip."
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's an insane move on his part, and I give you credit for having a comeback and delivering it.
Well, I mean, I just didn't know what I didn't know what else to do, and I was just like, I want to show you how dumb what you just said was.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then the fact that he immediately was like, no, I don't know what. And it is like, well, I wish I should have gotten his info. He could be sitting right in this chair and we could interview him and be like, what was going on in your brain when you're at the Whole Foods and you see this guy? Right?
Yeah.
Did he expect me to be like, thank you so much?
Yeah.
Finally, someone has informed me about what keto is, which is just Atkins. Thank you, sir. It was wild, and it made me feel like shit for the rest of the day. I was genuinely,
So I have a similar.
Yeah. What would you have said in that situation, though?
I would have just said, okay,
I think-
thank you.
Yeah.
I avoid.
Sorry, and then I would have put more gravy on my Reese's egg salad.
It's funny because I'd like to think that I would come back, but I might just want to get away from this guy and be so annoyed that I just don't even. I would.
Yeah.
I probably honestly would look at him and walk and like look away without saying a word.
Yeah.
In a way that's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
I probably would do that, which I wish I was a little bit more like I'll come back at him, but I might just want to get out of the situation.
My comeback wasn't to like insult him. It was just to do like,
This is what you just did to
what
me.
you just did to me. And then once that was done, when he wanted to get into like why he said shit, I'm like, no, we're good. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to hear anything back. You know what I mean?
Completely.
It was genuinely a surprise. I
for
would
sure.
love to know that guy's thought process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
Because like that's not on the scale of things, no pun intended, on the scale of things that have been said in my life, that's nothing. Right? That does not, that's a feather on that scale.
Yeah.
But I think it was the idea that he thought he was doing something good.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. That's what changes it.
Yeah.
It feels shittier.
Right.
Because if there's a guy out there and he's like, I'm going to be an asshole, here's my asshole-ish thing.
Yeah.
You're like, okay. If there's one guy's like, I'm going to be a nice guy, here's my accidentally asshole-ish thing. It seems worse for some reason.
It's crazy. Like, yeah, I think that reminds me of sometimes I'll be looking for something online,
Yeah.
and like end up on like a Reddit thing of I'll be looking for like, is this a good big and tall thing?
Right.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
The desk chair. I need a desk chair. I'm looking for a big and tall thing. I'm
Right.
6'7". Can I find something in this range? And the amount of posts that you'll see with somebody asking a question about a big and tall thing, and the slew of responses that are just lose weight. That's always
insane.
the first piece
Yep.
of advice. Hey, I'm looking for a good chair. I'm a big and tall guy, 6'7", pretty hefty. What do you think a good chair would be? Lose weight.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, all right, let me write that down. I'll take that to Staples and see if they have that in
Right.
stock.
90% of internet comments are that version of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, in fact, one's happening right now on this channel.
You're looking
Whoa.
on the YouTube.
Oh, keto. Yeah. Oh, but what was your situation?
So this was, I don't know how long ago this was. I would say minimum 8 years, probably maximum like 11.
Your age range?
Well, I was probably I was.
No, I mean like who you're interested in.
yeah, exactly.
8 to a maximum 11.
That's a hard
That was
cut.
gross.
And I was probably 18 to 20 pounds heavier, 18 to 25 pounds heavier, and
18 to 45 pounds. 18 to 99 pounds.
A lot of ranges here.
Yeah.
A lot of ranges.
and the guy I had met this guy maybe twice, casually over the course of many years. Seems like a nice guy. Probably never had a one-on-one conversation with him before. And this was a few years out from my initial spine surgery, which was 2011. And so he was talking at a party, and he's a nice guy, like I said. And and he's talking to me. He's like, he's like, your back's okay after that? And I'm like, yeah, I felt pretty good. I'm like, I try to do stretches. I try to walk. And he goes, you know what the best thing would be to help your back? And I go, what? And he goes, get rid of this. And he pats my stomach. How insane is that?
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
If you did that, if your guy said that but patted your stomach, what would you do? You would just pick him up and throw him into the sun.
Right, yeah. That man would be found in the salad bar. Right? Like, oh, look, olive tapenade. Oh my God. Yeah. That's yeah.
For me, I'm scooping it around him.
Quick, yeah. Is this keto?
That's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Of like if it's a TV show.
Yeah. But it is that's crazy.
Is it keto?
Is it keto?
Yeah.
Oh, that's keto. Oh, that's keto, Jerry. I don't know what keto is. That's George. I don't know.
That is really
I
fun.
didn't know the chicken was breaded. But yeah, no, that's wild. Yeah, there is I think there's older men for sure that are
Yeah.
more like, hey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My favorite. I remember one time this guy was like, he was a fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
But I remember him being like, what do you got? What do you got? What do you think? What do you think you weigh? Huh? A couple bills? 3 bills? And he's just doing it
Yeah.
that way. And I think it was the first time I had ever heard someone refer to 100 pounds as a bill.
Yeah.
Who's Bill?
I know, it was crazy. But yeah, that was fun. No, padding would be insane. It does.
I'll say I had a friend,
Yeah.
female friend, 19 and a half years ago, who said something about my Dr. Pepper belly, and she patted my stomach.
Ooh.
I did not have soda for 10 months afterwards because I'm like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I can't function at morning meetings without caffeine. I need some caffeine. So
We're gonna pivot
yeah.
to a story that you're gonna lose your mind about.
Okay.
And it has to do with this kind of social faux pas.
Good. That's perfect. We're in a faux pas.
I think this might
episode.
be the story I didn't want to tell.
Oh, no.
Yep. It's all right.
Is
said
this
you're-
about the bris?
Yeah.
It's
Alright,
about
so-
the bris.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, hold on. Before we get into that, though, I forgot what I was going to say about it. The bris
We were patting.
wiped my mind. The lose weight
Yes.
advice thing. There is a thing in the medical world where often usually mostly women deal with this issue where a woman will be experiencing a medical thing that they have not been diagnosed and they don't know what's going on, and the doctor is just like, just lose weight. It's like there's like a fat bias.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And there are people that just have issues that don't go diagnosed or they go undiagnosed
Right.
because it's just like, just lose weight.
Yep.
And I get it. Like that guy, when I first started having sciatic issues, like the nerve pain and stuff.
Yeah, because your socks are too tight. It happens to all of us.
It was my cock sock.
Yeah.
That was too tight.
We're just gonna have a side thing. Did you tell that story in the podcast?
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all
yeah,
right,
yeah.
good.
I like how you're like good. Good. All the information's coming out. So when that happened, yes, I know being fat is a huge contributor to that issue. I completely understand that. Although at the same time, all three of us have had this same problem.
Yep.
So I also think part of it is just like our world and what we do now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and
Maybe
we're
being in front
sitting.
of screens for the whole time.
Yeah.
Or when you're not sitting, you're standing and arching your neck weird to read your phone.
And for listeners who don't know what we look like, we're varying boys, is what you're saying.
We are varying boys.
We're varying boys. It's
Yeah.
a real Goldilocks situation, I think.
Truly.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I like my porridge
But we're
just
all the
right.
porridge, though. Isn't that weird?
Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
Ugh, too hot.
Ugh.
Oh, frigid. Frigid.
First of all, that's me, but my porridge is also too spicy. And you're like, it's
Yeah.
just plain porridge.
Yeah.
There are
It's-
no spices
It's too
added.
thick as well.
Yes.
Because you don't like it having any heat.
Yep.
You like the spoon to be able to stick up in the
I
middle.
like my water thick and my porridge frosty.
That's your video dating profile.
Ding, 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 ding.
This porridge is great. But I remember when my back started to have that issue, I was doing a show with, I don't remember who it was, a comedy. Oh no, okay. Now I don't want to say who it was. But,
That's fine.
A comedy godfather, a comedy legend person, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
He went to jail for drugging wine. I know who you mean.
Yeah.
Wrongfully accused, you mean? Yeah. No. So I was working with this guy, and I was like, yeah, my sciatic nerve is like all screwed up or whatever. And he's like, oh, you got to lose weight.
Yep.
You got to lose weight. You got to do it. And he got so serious with me, and he's like, you got to listen to me. And he's like going through this whole thing, and I'm like, dude, you are not my doctor. If you want to be like, oh yeah, losing weight is the best thing, fine.
Yeah.
Right.
But like hammering it,
Well, I was going to ask what
Yeah.
his stature was.
average.
Okay.
But I think he might have been heavier earlier.
Jeff Garland.
And no. Judy.
Who's
It was Judy Garland. It was Judy Garland.
Yeah.
And
I wonder what Judy Garland had
I
going
know
on
it
that would
was.
have affected her.
Yeah,
health.
she's up and down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it was.
Oh,
Al Roker.
close. It was Al.
It was. I thought you were going to say it was Bram Stoker.
Oh, Bram Stoker. Oh, yeah. A lot of fat shaming from Bram.
Yeah.
A lot of fat shaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was weird. And now I feel uncomfortable and too vulnerable talking about my weight in a serious way because I have spent my entire adult life
Avoiding.
and all of my adolescence dodging it. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Yeah. So
Just to make your insecurities shared, I've also been like kind of like never acknowledge, being a chubster. You know what I mean? Like never acknowledge it, and that's how I've acted for my whole life.
Yeah.
and it's
I didn't know you were a chubster.
Yeah.
Like officially?
Yeah. Oh, I got inducted.
You were in the magazine as well? Because I've been in Chubster. I think ironically a baker's dozen amount of
Yeah.
times.
What month?
Many different ones.
Yeah, that's
many
right.
different
Right,
ones.
right. I guess so.
I have some magazines I want you guys to sign.
Yeah, but I feel like in the same boat where I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
just never going to acknowledge this and never talk about it.
Yeah.
You do seem to acknowledge it though. You kind of have a stock line too.
Oh, sure.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I feel like I never do.
I think I think, in stand up, it definitely was something to navigate
For
up
sure.
front right away.
Exactly.
And I always tend to lead with doing something in that vein.
For sure.
Just to like, look, there it is.
Yep.
Now we're moving on.
Right.
And we're going to go into other territory. But yeah, and because I also don't want to be a quote unquote like fat comic.
Right.
That's not.
Yeah, of course, I get it.
want to be a prop comic.
Yes. You'll get
A
there,
fat
buddy.
prop comic.
Yes.
And I'm skinny.
Yep.
And all the props are so fat.
Yeah.
Really fat.
Look at this rubber chicken.
Yeah. Oh. And it just makes the weirdest noise.
Here's the weirdest thing: keto.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you gonna do? Real quick, I just want to say, Chubster, the
Yes.
magazine.
Yeah.
The Playboy-esque magazine for Rubenesque gentlemen.
There you go.
It did struggle for a long time.
Yep.
Once it could go online, things were fine, but the print costs were outrageous because every picture was a centerfold. Isn't that awful? Every picture in Chubster was a centerfold
Well, it
because
was funny.
they needed the space.
I remember it was like you fold it out and then you have to fold it out. the other.
Exactly. It was like a AAA map.
Yeah.
But I'll say, I was going to do a thing about the back of a Mad magazine.
Yeah. Oh no! If you fold it in, it's like, wow, good for him.
Yes.
He really lost a lot of weight.
It's an Ozempic ad.
So
So I just hate my body as it exists and as it's always existed. I've never liked it, except one time I got a compliment about my fingernails. That was it.
Oh, somebody complimented your fingernails?
was it Bram Stoker?
Yeah. Bram Stoker was like, these fingernails are so inspirational. They make me want to create one
Was
of
it-
the most memorable characters of all time.
Was it your new pale friend that seemed to be trying to fit in really hard, named Joe Sferratu?
Yes, it was.
It'd be funny if she was watching Brad and she's like pale. And it's fingernail.
Bram was a gentleman.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, you're thinking of Mary Shelley.
Mary Shelley and Bram. Do you know they got married?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, yes, they
The
did.
Stoker Shelleys.
Yes.
Yeah, Shelley Stokers.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh,
Sto-
real
stoke that
Shelley
Shelley.
Stokers.
Yeah.
That's what people said about Stanley Kubrick.
Yep.
He was a real Shelley
He
stoker.
did stoke Shelley.
He stoked Shelley all the time.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? We're
This
talking.
episode.
I told you it was going to be bizarre.
An improv troupe would listen to this and go, guys, just settle on something.
You yelling, I told you it was going to be bizarre. It's really funny. I told you it was going to be bizarre. But
That's you at the circus trying to leave. it's chaos here. There's no rules.
Too much. I told you this would be too bizarre for me.
Where is that ringmaster?
I'll be in the car.
There's no rules.
it's just to be upset and yelling, I told you it was going to be bizarre. It's such a funny combination of things.
That's you running screaming out of a Rob Zombie concert. What is a Dracula?
Chuck's like, it won't be too bizarre. I'm like, okay, I'll take your word for it. And we're 2.5 songs in, and I'm running out screaming. It's gonna be bizarre.
Although I did like your cover of How Bizarre,
Yes.
and it was too bizarre.
Yes.
I gotta write this down for the description layer. I think we should call this. I told you it was gonna be bizarre.
Oh, sure. Or what was the other phrase that we had earlier?
Chubster.
Chubster. No, it wasn't Chubster.
Abattoir
Oh,
boudoir.
write down by Chubster domain.
Come on, pens. Okay.
Yeah, pens don't fail me now. But yeah, so that I'm glad we at least talked about it. But what a strange moment! And you know what? This is a good chance to ask our viewer listener if you have an experience where someone has just out of the blue walked up to you and said something incredibly not okay, thinking they were being helpful. I would love to hear it. Because I do think those exist. I think there are people. I can't think of anything at this moment, but
Yeah.
I know that's happened in other situations where somebody's like, blah blah blah, and you're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you saying?
So this weekend, I was standing next to Brad, and I heard him say.
Now, did you guys plan that?
No.
I heard him say to these two people we didn't know.
I wish I had a chance to tell Chuck I didn't want to tell this story on the podcast, but we're already in
didn't.
it.
And so,
Well, I don't want to be complicit in doing something you're not comfortable with,
And
which
I
is
said-
what I say in the bedroom a lot.
and I heard what he said.
I don't know
And
if I
went-
want to listen though.
I was like, I don't think I heard that right.
It was a weird joke that didn't land.
Okay, real quick,
it
are
landed.
you comfortable with talking about it?
Well, I mean, what can you do? We're in it.
Well, we talked
We
about
can
it
easily
afterwards.
not.
We talked about it
talked about it
afterwards. And I
afterwards.
said, "Do you regret it?" He was like, "No, that was a good joke.
Yeah,
I just didn't phrase it right."
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind talking about it in real life, but I don't want to talk about it on the podcast.
You don't have to.
It's all right. We're in it. So two women in their 20s. We were at a Warped Tour concert.
Washington,
and-
D.C.
Too bizarre, right?
Yes.
How
it was
bizarre.
yeah, it was very bizarre. And so, like we sat down across from them at a picnic table, my back's creaking and cracking. And Chuck's like, he's 78 years old.
Just as an icebreaker,
Yeah.
because we're sitting, because it's one of those things where it's like, you sit at a table with other people at the table, and you would never normally do that, but there's
Yeah.
limited
Family
seating.
style dining.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, can I sit here? And they're like, okay. And you kind of have to have a little bit of pleasantries.
I hate it. I hate
Yeah.
it so
Oh,
much.
I hate it too.
Can we sidebar?
Yes.
I think we'll get through this story, but we're going to sidebar as much as possible so it makes
That's
things
fine.
a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
Have you ever dined family style with other family?
Like once at Bayberry Beer Hall in Providence, between 18 and 99 years ago.
Yeah, I did it once when I was a child.
Yep.
In Pennsylvania, in Amish country.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my mother, my grandmother, and I, we didn't get to go to Hershey because that's where families with money went.
Right.
We went to Dutch Wonderland.
That sounds kind of fun.
Wouldn't.
It isn't.
I'm just thinking about the apple pies, baby.
Yes.
Dutch Wonderland is a theme park.
I didn't know this was real.
It's real.
I thought
yeah.
I thought it was a goof.
No, Lancaster, Pennsylvania,
Wow.
in Amish country.
That's another good name for that
And what's
episode.
funny is years and years and years later, as an adultman,
Yep.
I did a weekend of shows at a comedy club that was just down the road from Dutch Wonderland, and I'm like, this is crazy. It's funny.
You took out your big Dutch hat.
Yeah,
And you're like, should I
my
go?
Amish hat. Oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
I hid some witnesses of crimes.
Good thinking.
Built a barn very quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I was the minute I walked into the Amish community and I was fully in the dress,
Yep.
right? I was in Amish drag and I went in and I clapped my hands together and kind of rubbed them and I went, all right, when do we do the Rumspringa?
Yep.
Right? And I was ready to do it. Anyway, Dutch Wonderland is a sad little theme park.
Oh.
It's a little theme park. You got to think though, it's a town over
Right.
from Hershey,
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where everybody goes. So imagine Six Flags is right
Yep.
here, and then little local amusement parks like we got rides too, guys.
Wow,
Yeah.
we were right there this year.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's-
We were at Hershey.
Oh, okay,
But
yeah.
the actual park. We were like at the roller coasters.
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
you went to where the money people go.
Yes. I guess
and
so.
I didn't. I got to do Dutch Wonderland.
Well, we didn't enter. We just looked from afar. So we were
Yeah.
probably a tier lower because we didn't go into
just,
either
wow,
park.
looks nice.
We were looking at the Dutch Wonderland being like, I wish we could afford to go in there.
When's the Rumspringa? So
I have my bear costume on.
you're ready to go.
Yeah.
You're ready to go.
Already tranquilized.
So we ate at a Amish like restaurant
Yeah.
thing, and it was family style. And I remember, like, I grew up with a family of very repressed people who did not handle like. I think I have a lot of it in me as well. Of you talk to somebody, but you're like, yes, very polite, and then get the fuck out of there as quick as possible.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Oh, for sure.
I feel like my mother and my grandmother, my great grandmother, like they're very nice and they're friendly, but they really just want to, like, I don't want to bother anybody.
Yeah.
And I just want to
Yeah.
keep to myself, and it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is this the same thing where you go somewhere and someone goes, do you want a glass of water? And you go, no.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about that recently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the same thing as that.
It's that, and only even more powerful.
Times 10,
yeah.
yes.
And so I had that as well. But then I'm a small child. I was in elementary school, and I'm sitting at this, long picnic table with other families.
Right.
And I have to be like, can I have the bowl of corn for
Yeah.
my plate? I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it so much. We didn't talk because it felt weird. Like the other family didn't talk, and it was like a bad blind date.
Yep.
Where we're like, let's just get through this meal. Let's just get through this meal. I don't like a family style unless it's with my family. That's fine.
Right.
I think I had maybe two, and I feel so uncomfortable the whole time.
Yeah.
Because you're like, if I don't talk to this person, am I being like dismissive?
Right.
And if I do talk to them, am I bothering them?
Am I being intrusive?
And there's
Yeah,
no right answer.
No, and if everybody's honest, no one is going there going, "Oh man, I hope I meet a guy named Dave from Albuquerque."
Yep.
I can't wait to talk to strangers.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out what this family's about.
Oh no, racism.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, I think the wife's getting hit. I think that's what's happening. But yeah, it was super weird. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
So that the communal
Yes.
thing. Okay.
So
But
is that-
we also what's it called? Fuck. Ah, damn it! I messed it up. It was the James McAvoy movie, Speak No Evil. I was
Oh.
like, well, we all saw Speak No Evil.
Oh, sure.
Which starts with that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I fucked it up.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Sit down.
Also, Jesus did it.
Yep.
Communal table.
Yep.
Okay.
You
Fish,
know?
wine.
all on one side.
All very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No wine for me. No fish for me.
Yes.
It was a window. That's why. It was a window seat.
Is the fish keto?
So no loaves then.
Yeah, no. So we sit down, and these two women are in their mid-20s. They are black women, which is relevant. And so we say, Chuck.
I just pictured you saying that to the police. Listen, it's
just gonna-
relevant.
Plow ahead.
As soon as we tell it's gonna be a faux pas about Brad, and he goes, they were black. It's relevant. I'm like, fuck yeah.
So she says, I'm 78 too. And I say something like, you look better because on my side of the table, well, I crack, which is just a reference to black don't crack.
His face is the best face.
And I'm like, this is an acceptable joke to make. And it didn't land.
No.
Didn't land, didn't work. And I'm like, I'm really sorry about that. Feels like it didn't land. And she's like, no, it landed. And then she got up and left. And I'm like, it sucks because I don't think it's an inherently like I think it's a misspeak. Yeah, it's an innocent thing.
Yeah.
But I say that because I'm a white man and have all the power in this situation.
Did you explain that to her?
I did. I found
That you had all the
I was like, I kept yelling like I'm white and I have the power, but it was too long.
Oh,
So I had to
okay. Make
shorten
this
it.
short.
Yeah.
Let me bullet point this.
Can I say two quick things?
Let me just finish. And so then, I'm like, I feel a little bit bad, but I also feel like it wasn't like a hateful, hurtful joke.
No.
It's a joke that I would have made with like my black friends.
This is what I was gonna say.
And
Yeah.
maybe doing it with strangers wasn't the best idea. But boy, oh boy, you'd think I advocated for a new Reich based on how Chuck has acted since then.
Well, here's what happened. We told 5 people, and every single person had your reaction.
They did a
it's
turtle?
really, yeah, absolutely.
I became a turtle when
Yeah.
you said it, and my neck shrank into
Yeah.
my own body.
I don't know if
yeah.
other people's reaction counts as me, but
Oh no, I mean like you're the one who has brought it up 5 times.
Well, I said to you, I'm like, what do you think? Do you regret it? You're like, no, I don't regret it.
yeah, but that doesn't mean I need to tell everyone about it.
Here's my calls. I think if you talk to them for 10 minutes first, and there was a lot of jokes before that,
Yeah.
I think it's a completely different reaction.
Yeah, I
You
think
feel
so.
like that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think there's a. You also have to like suss out
The type of person.
the
they are?
type of person. Do they have a sense of humor? Do
Yep.
they not have a sense of humor? Is this something they're comfortable with jokes about?
Yep.
That kind of thing. I do think in regards of just making any kind of
racial.
joke about someone
Right.
being something
Right.
of any kind, of anything, right? Racial, sexual, whatever it is. There are innocent versions for
Right.
sure, and I think that's
Yeah.
just about as innocent as you can get.
I think so.
I mean, I think the only thing that you'd be like, oh, it gets into that murky territory where it's like, because you're even addressing this,
Right.
is that
Exactly.
bad?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a weird one. I would say, maybe try and put it
Yeah.
on yourself, instead of them. But I
Yeah.
get that. Yeah.
Well, and it's weird because I'm like, the idea, like I phrased it in such a weird, awkward, roundabout way. Didn't work, didn't land. But I'm like, I know what my intent was. I think that they
Yeah.
know what my intent was.
For
That-
sure.
Oh, of
they
course,
were
of
not
course.
like you're a bad guy.
Yeah.
No. Well, but you did that voice.
I did the voice, but it was a really funny voice.
Well, it was also Chinese.
I learned,
so
yeah,
it's like,
Yeah, that didn't make any
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
I was
and
gonna-
why were you doing that with your eyes?
I was going to say, too, as soon as I said, because you said, can I sit down? I said, he's 78.
Yeah.
Their response was to get involved with a joke and joke back.
Yes.
So if they had been like this, like, okay.
Yeah. No.
If they had been like that,
yeah,
no conversation.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they were both pretty nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
It happens.
Yeah.
It was a misjudged thing,
Yep.
and it was innocent.
Right, but
Yeah.
you were talking about this guy trying to apologize.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I did not try. They were there for another minute or two as my back continued to decompress, and then they got up. It wasn't like they got up and stormed away.
You did apologize.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry, it didn't land, or it whatever.
You said that was a weird joke.
Yeah, it was a weird joke.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
they were. I don't think that they were like,
Angry.
oh, this guy stinks. He's racist. I think they were just like, oh, that was an awkward joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't think in that situation you have all the power. I mean, we're at
I
Warped Tour.
no, just in the sense of like in the world.
Yeah, I don't know if that counts for that moment.
Yeah.
I don't think that came into anyone's head when you
Right.
made that comment. I
Yeah.
guess is what I mean.
Well, not about them being black, but definitely being women.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I would say so. What I would call that is something that I've done on 2 occasions, but
Yes.
maybe you can help me. But because I only remember one.
One was at the Jerry Springer show, or
Oh,
Steve,
that's right. It
Steve
was
Wilkos
faux
show.
pas. That's the
Yes.
phrase. Sorry,
Yes.
it just came back.
Yes, faux
the
pas.
phrase was faux pas. I feel like faux pas needs to be in the title of this.
I made a
We have
weird.
a lot of titles for this episode.
I was on. I was at the Jerry Springer show.
You
and
almost
me
said
and-
I was on the Jerry Springer show.
Well, I was with Jerry at the time. Like we were
Yeah.
being filmed.
Yeah.
You know about this story?
I guess not.
So I was at Jerry Springer, just having fun. And
Is that like Rumspringa?
yeah, it's kind of like that. And so they had all these
Actually, it is kind of like that.
they had all these kooky
Steve
freaks.
Ditko's at both.
They had all these kooky freaks on stage doing this weird shit, right?
Yeah.
Some of them were showing off talents. It was really weird. It was a weird episode.
Why are you reading comments from our last live show?
And this woman came out who was like super crazy fat. And she was standing in a kiddie pool and she was rubbing butter all over her body.
That's the sequel to Stupid Crazy Love.
Yeah.
Super Crazy Fat.
Crazy stupid love, yeah. So she's doing that, and like then Jerry at the end is like, all right, what does the audience want to say to these people? And they're all lined up, right? And the first guy that he goes to with a microphone, the guy goes, hey, like, I guess you need some butter for those rolls, to the fat girl. And I'm like, okay, and I roll my eyes. Second guy's right in front of me. Jerry comes up next to us, and the guy wants to say a thing, and he goes, and Jerry takes it, and he goes, I guess you need some butter for those rolls. Second exact comment. I mean, maybe he phrased it differently.
Okay.
And I stood up in my chair. I don't know what happened. And I pointed to the guy, and I went, boo! Like to get everyone to boo him.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's a dumb comment, and he repeated it.
Yeah.
And Jerry was like, and he walked away. And I'm like, why did I do that? And I called it a no explanating statement because
Yeah.
it was like I didn't even think about it. I just did it. And I think that Brad's was like that.
Yeah.
But I did it one more time.
I feel like yours, it was like at a GameStop or so, like it was a more personal.
Yeah, where I just like
Yeah.
said a crazy thing that if you thought about it for a little bit first, you wouldn't do. And it just came out of my mouth. And I'm like, what was that? And it kind of felt like that.
Yeah.
You've done a couple of those.
Yeah.
I have too. That's what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially the boo one was really weird because it was on a TV show. But
Also at Warped Tour, changing gears a little bit. We got to run into Daniel.
Daniel
who's-
Desmond, one of
Daniel-
our biggest fun bears.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's great seeing him and his wife.
He let us use his locker.
Yes.
Ooh.
So-
Is that a euphemism? Were you rummaging in his locker?
Yeah, locker is anus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I left my Warped Tour book in there.
Yes.
Oh no.
He
So
got food poisoning, by the way.
Oof.
the first night we were there,
Yeah.
We really did. That's not part of
Yeah.
the anus joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
we had separated. I was going to get food. Chuck and Natalie were going up to see, I think it was All Time Low or whatever. And I'm like, I'll just stand in the back. It's not crucial that I get close to see them. So I'm standing there. They finished their set. And Chuck and Natalie had found a space down near the front for the headlining act. And I had sent Chuck a picture of where I was at. I'm like, I'm near the barrier. Here's a picture, whatever. Cell service is weird. It's a festival.
Oh, this is bizarre. It's not Daniel Desmond. This is extra bizarre.
Chuck comes back and he's looking for me. And he is, 20 feet to my left. I'm not paying attention. I
I'm
don't
going
really,
like this. I'm like,
yeah, like
trying to find him.
honestly,
Yeah.
like pantomiming. in
classic
a-
look in a cartoon.
Classic,
Yeah.
searching for someone. And a gentleman.
Hand on brow.
Yeah.
Looking around. Yeah.
You know, the
He's-
face
Yeah.
is
I'm trying to
scrunched.
Uh,
figure out how to describe that for audio only.
Yeah.
Spyglass. A
His
gentleman.
hand became a hat. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
A gentleman turns around. He says, "Hey, Brad, I think Chuck is looking for you."
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
And I look over and I see Chuck, hat hand.
Yep.
And I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And I'm like,
Who the fuck was
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I don't know who that was, and so I probably the rest of the night and part of the next day, I'm like, should I have known who that was?
It was
Because
crazy.
he knew both of us.
And for me from 20 feet away.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, this person, to put it in his perspective, he sees me being like this. He's like, I know who that guy is. Then he sees Brad walking around aimlessly, and he's like, I know who that guy is. I'm putting these together. Chuck's looking for Brad.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Very
though.
strange.
Yeah.
So thank you. I assume it was a fun bear.
had
Thank
to be, I
you,
think.
anonymous fun bear.
Yeah. Or a stalker.
That'd be fine too.
Stockler. I like that.
Stalkler. Smuggler. So yeah, thank you, because I didn't realize Chuck was looking for me. Cell
Yeah.
service was but it was so interesting. You know, I had stood behind this guy for like 40 minutes of the previous set. You know,
Yeah.
I'm rubbing up against him, groping him,
He's
patting his
Googling your name.
stomach.
What if he's just up in your biz and sees the texts?
Well, I was behind him.
Oh, okay,
How would he
yeah.
recognize me?
Yeah.
You know, it's tough.
I mean, you know, most of my texts are just a photo of Chuck.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
The ones I
Well, Chuck,
send and receive.
whenever Chuck texts me, he always texts a photo of himself
Yeah, just to
along
prove,
with it.
just to
Yeah.
prove he's sending it.
He doesn't know my tone. So I'll be like that for like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
like this if I'm like, I don't know. That's
you're
interesting.
thinking, yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Thank you, anonymous fun bear,
Yeah.
for reconnecting me and Chuck. Otherwise, I'd still be there.
Or what if it was a time traveler who came back and needed to put the two of you together in that moment to
Okay.
avoid something horrible happening?
Yeah, he would be
But then
kidnapped.
it happened at that picnic table anyway.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Could have been something like that.
Yeah. No,
Are you
that's
in
funny.
Are you in a you know, almanac situation?
Oh.
You know what? What do I have to do to fade myself out of existence? Because I'd like to do that.
Prevent your parents from meeting?
Oh boy.
You know, I heard an interesting thing about that fading into non-existence
I have one
in
too.
Back to the Future that I never thought about before.
I think this might be the same thing I think about. I've just heard about.
Yeah, so when Marty is fading away and
Yes.
he's playing Earth Angel,
Yep.
and when they finally kiss, his parents kiss, he shoots back up.
Yes.
and he's playing fine, and he gets all rigid. And someone pointed out that is it a double entendre, or is it a bit of an allegory for an erect penis?
Nope.
Interesting.
Him shooting back up and doing that as if to say, like, as a little joke, like it's George's penis becoming erect. You know what I mean?
Could be.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a
weird
little
one.
stretch, but
I don't necessarily agree with it. It was
No.
in Unspooled, the podcast.
Oh,
Paul
yeah,
Scheer
yeah.
and Amy something.
Winehouse.
Yep.
No, not Winehouse. Definitely not Winehouse.
I know. I love Unspooled. It's good.
Yeah, but they brought that up, and I was like, I have never seen it that way, and I don't think that's what it means.
They bring up a lot of like hypotheses that it seems like came from one Reddit comment.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
I-
Yours. Well, that was about dicks.
This one's about dicks too.
Yeah. This guy has one very specific viewpoint.
Have you seen Bram Stoker's Dracula? No.
Have you been on my movie review website, Lettercox?
No, so the one I heard is, so you have a couple newspapers throughout the movies, and one of them is about Doc Brown getting committed, and then he's commended. One of them, I think, is there another one about George being killed? George McFly?
Yep.
Okay, so, and then there's one, I think, it's a gravestone. But anyway, all that stuff would exist otherwise. Like a newspaper that day would exist otherwise. A
Yes.
gravestone would exist otherwise. The picture means that in 1955 or 1985, someone took a picture of that wall that they're fading out of in front of.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Sure,
the newspaper
yeah.
would exist and the picture just changes.
Right.
But there's a picture of Marty McFly and his two siblings in front of a wall, and they all start going away. So
Yeah.
why would that picture exist
Yeah.
otherwise? It's an interesting one, right?
Sure.
I like that one.
Or maybe if it had continued to fade, the photo itself would also fade.
Oh,
at
maybe.
the end,
That's good.
right? Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Another question people have about Back to the Future is like, how come everyone fades slowly when it's like they're not meeting, they're not doing this?
Yeah.
I always thought it was the likelihood of them ending up together.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Quantum theory.
The probability keeps going
Yeah.
low
Yeah.
as they get separated.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna fix the light real quick.
Okay.
Keep going. You can keep going.
To know okay.
I'll answer.
So I mean, it's an interesting idea, and I think that's a fun way to look at it. When it comes to like the fading, I really just look at that as like
A storytelling
it's
device.
yeah, exactly. It's like, well, we got to show that the stakes are here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
because
agree.
that's a hard thing in a time travel story. Because Back to the Future is so fucking good in terms of like the script and everything that's there.
Yeah.
It's so tight. Using that as the shorthand of
I think
like,
so, too.
this is not happening. You know,
Yeah.
that's a good way to do it. Because how else do you show such a divided thing? So something that's literally decades apart from each other.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. And it's funny, like I've heard the theory, like if a movie is good enough, you see through the plot holes. But I think if they were like, if the Bobs were scrutinized about that, I think the likelihood is the best
Oh,
explanation.
sure. Yeah.
But I think you're
Or
100% right.
Scroogenized.
Scrooge knife. Yeah,
Little candle.
Brad does a lot of Scroogenizing.
I do.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me?
I have raised my air conditioning thermostat for the summer this
Oh.
year so that I don't have to spend as much on AC.
How much do you raise it?
Just 1 degree so far.
How much does that
Do
actually
you
save?
feel it?
No, but I'll say I've also this year I've had the windows open more than any year previous.
Well, so far this year,
It's been pretty mild.
Yeah. There's been a couple of days where I'm like, ugh.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, and I think within the next week, all the days are going to be. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's so
It's
funny.
going to be pork afternoons,
Oh, no.
pig afternoons. Damn it.
Pig afternoons.
I like pork afternoons
Yeah.
too.
I wish it was pork afternoons. Yeah. No, it's pig afternoons. It's really rough. The abattoir. Oh
It's
my
so funny.
God.
Me and Natalie, we just moved in together. We're renting that 3-story townhouse, and so we're like, okay, like let's use the thermostat. The thermostat is absolutely insane. Where like if you put it to like 70, no joke, it will go to like 61. And what's crazy is like it's that top thing where you set it, and the bottom one is the actual temperature. And so we're playing a game right now of like, how do we get it to
Yeah,
70? How do we get it to this?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about marking it.
Yes.
With like
Sure.
the best one we got so far was we wanted to get 69,
Nice.
80, 76. That's the
Wow.
math so far that we figured out.
That's so high.
It's pretty strange.
Yeah, no, I mean, at our house, my wife and I, we have a thermostat, classic old thermostat.
Same thing here.
Yeah, I want to get a new one.
Me too.
Because it's that same idea
Yeah.
of like, I don't think any of those are spot on anymore. I think it's been long enough where it's just like. It's like the thermostat. Those thermostats are like the feels like version of thermostats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
where you're like, okay, it's 75 degrees outside, but it feels like 81. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's what those thermostats are.
It's like those clocks that like are off by a couple seconds per year. So after 10 years, it
Yeah.
says that it's like 8 minutes behind or something like that.
Have you ever had a clock that is a certain amount of time? Like I had a clock in the bedroom, the alarm clock, and for whatever reason, that clock would run a little slow, right? So over time, this digital clock would say a different thing. And I kind of just got used to looking at that clock and mentally being like 10 minutes. Right? Like
Oh, yeah.
it's 10 minutes slow. So I add 10,
Oh,
add
I
10, add 10.
couldn't do it.
But then I fixed it.
Yep.
And you still add 10?
I couldn't do it anymore. I'm like, wait, and it was so hard to look at that and be like, it's this different thing now.
Yeah, my actual clock in the bedroom like runs a little slow, and so when I adjust it for daylight savings, I set it to whatever my phone says, which is updated constantly and consistently.
Yeah. When I was young, I did the trick where I always put the clock further so that I'd be tricked into being like, oh my God, it's 117. I got to do this
Yeah.
when it's really 103 or something like that.
Yeah.
It helped.
The danger in that though is I tried that as well when I was like a teenager, right? And I just started mentally being like, oh yeah, it's 15 minutes fast.
Yeah.
I got plenty of time.
The next day, it's 18 minutes fast.
Who cares? I got plenty of time. I got all the time in the world. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
We got a time machine.
Yeah, exactly. yeah,
yeah.
Boy, this was a bit of a round robin, but I appreciate that, and I'm glad that you guys had fun on the Warped tour.
Ooh, can I tell you a fun thing?
Yeah. Well, let's
thank
take a vote real quick. I'm going to say yes. I'm in favor of telling the fun thing.
Oh, it's a fun thing about Chuck.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's all you needed to say.
We were driving back to Staten Island, and Chuck said, "Here's we're going to do a thing just to, keep occupied during this this road
3.5
trip."
hour drive.
Yep. He said, "I'm going to
Did he try and get roadhead? Is that what he? Is that
I'm like,
pass the time?
I'm like, yeah, I dropped some trash. Can you help me?
Yeah.
He was like, "Can I rummage in your locker?"
Yeah, I bet I could steer with the back of your head. It's really weird stuff.
Oh,
really
yeah,
weird.
right.
Yeah, I told you couldn't. You got me, Brad.
It was 45 seconds of fury. Then we played Sorry.
Yeah.
No, he said, "All right, I've got a playlist of the greatest songs of all time. Let me see how many.
This is
Let me see how many you agree with."
Oh,
and so then we would
God.
just listen to a song and be like, "Is this on your list?" And I'm like,
What do you mean?
It's so like
What's wrong with that?
It's like it's like an attack of liking things. You know what I mean?
That's my
I know,
attack.
I know. That's
if
what
I
I
was
mean,
in
yeah.
Marvel versus Capcom and I jumped in, it would be like, you like this, you like this, you like this.
Yeah,
you like this.
yeah. Until they take their own life. Yeah.
I'll say
I
we-
win again. TKO.
we got through about 40 songs, and I would say half of them, I'm like, yeah, I'd put that on my greatest songs of all time list,
Yeah. I think
which
it
is pretty good.
I think it
Sure.
was more than I think it was like
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
A lot
I mean,
of Rammstein was in there. That was weird. Du hast mich.
I was thinking about like we do the fun Bammies.
Yeah.
And before that, we did the Brammies and Chammies on the Chuck and Brad podcast. And I would add songs and we'd talk about like, oh, this is my favorite this is my favorite this. But then I realized I'm like, oh, you kind of don't go back. You're not like, let me go back and listen to my 2016 list. So for the best songs, as I go, I'm like, I'm just going to add my favorite songs to one favorites list across the board, which I think makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
You know? And then we're trying to pass the time. I'm like, what do you think? Because I just started the playlist.
Yeah.
So I was like, what do you think about these? And I knew he'd like Semi-Charmed Life. That was right
Yeah.
at the top.
Yep.
So I don't know. It was more of a game. It was
yeah,
more of like a
no,
fun
it
dumb
was,
No,
it
no,
was,
of
it was
course, of
definitely
course.
fun. But the idea of phrasing it it's on my list of greatest songs of all time, and there's 4 One Direction songs on there.
Yeah.
Also, Kickstart My Heart, which balances it out.
Yeah, well, it
Okay.
balances out one
Hey,
of them.
listen. Oh, I have a song update.
Yes.
For
Best?
us. No.
Worst.
We previously talked about Frankie saying
Oh, yeah, relax.
that one.
Yeah.
Frankie say.
Frankie say relax. Yeah. And I don't know if that episode is out yet. It should be.
Yeah.
Perhaps, at this point in time.
Yeah. Or maybe this is one of our classic call forwards.
Yes.
Who knows?
Right.
We love doing it.
So I was looking some stuff up because that song and the video were in a brief part of a documentary I was watching.
Yeah.
There's this guy, Adam Curtis, who is a UK documentary filmmaker.
Yeah.
He has had these documentary like miniseries on the BBC for years, right? And I love his documentary work. So he just had a new one come out called Shifty. His documentary work is so fun because he uses, I don't want to say found footage, because he has access to all of like the news archives, like the BBC News television stuff.
That's cool.
So he has all this footage that he can pull from. That's either stuff that actually aired or stuff that was filmed for this news story, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he pieces his documentaries together all with existing footage. He doesn't
Oh.
shoot anything.
That's cool.
Interesting.
It's
Yeah.
great.
That's really cool.
And he does a lot of historical stuff or political stuff. Like this is about essentially like the Margaret Thatcher years and how things turned. It's really,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
But in it, he's getting to this territory and he plays that song and he's talking about how that was the first song, and this is true. That song was all done on this synthesizer. Like one of the first synthesizers.
Right.
And the producer made all of it. The band did nothing
Wow.
for that
Interesting.
song. Right. And it was so big that guy then made different versions on that synthesizer and called them remixes.
Oh.
So that was like the invention of the remix.
That's cool.
And that was the first like all synth song.
Yeah.
But here's what I found out. The video is very clear what
Yes.
this is about.
Right.
Also, we talked about it and we talked about the idea of like what specifically is this? Is this you should just relax. Go ahead and go have sex.
Right.
Relax. Don't have sex.
Relax,
Don't come when you're having sex.
Yeah,
Right. That's my theory.
It's that one.
Really?
Yes, but more specifically, it's don't. Keep yourself close to an edge. Right.
Yeah, right.
Edging during gay sex. It was it was definitely coded more towards that than to just like plain old het norm.
So they just completely lay it out?
I mean, they don't say in the song, like there isn't like a cool like vocal part where it's just spoken word where he's like, so when you're having gay sex, try not to orgasm in his butt too soon.
Well, you found it out from this documentary?
Please, locker.
No, I didn't find it out in the documentary. I saw part of the video and I was like, oh yeah, and I looked it up and
okay.
took a deeper dive.
Okay,
no
okay.
pun intended.
Interesting,
into
that's great.
This thing.
You're
mad now. Your arms are crossed. And you went, oh,
No.
okay, great. That's great.
No.
Great. Now it's about gay sex and I can't like it anymore.
No, I'm so
I can like it a
interested
little.
in learning about song meanings.
Yep.
And I feel like I've looked so much to find reliable sources, and
Yeah.
it's so difficult. Like there's a website called Genius. It used to be called Lyric Genius. Now it's just called Genius, and it has every song and all the lines.
Even Happy Birthday.
Happy Birthday. And I know
What's
what that's
that
about. Same joke, but
Gay.
and it's like every line
Happy
is,
birthday.
every line is like has an underline and it's like a hyperlink, and you can go to it, and it
Yeah.
has a sidebar that tells you what it's about. However, it's no longer like, well, she said in an interview this, and this person said it. It's
Yeah.
like people being like, I think this is about kicking
Yeah,
drugs, and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, this isn't helpful.
Yeah.
I would love an actual place that only catalogs what people say. Like if they could have a song grayed out, if they're like, oh, no, the
Yeah.
artist hasn't talked about it.
Yeah.
But I love that. There's a podcast I love called Krista Makes a Podcast. It's by Krista Makes, and he focuses on one song from a band's career, and he has the person who wrote it on, and he goes through
Even Happy Birthday.
Happy Birthday, written by
Those two
Bram
sisters.
Stoker.
Yes.
Those two sisters.
The Shelley Stoker.
Yes, Shelley and Stoker. But he has them
Those
go
Muppets.
through everything, the lyrics, the way they wrote it, things in the background. I mean, he's a very successful musician, so he can do that. And it's cool because it started with punk rock, and now it's just expanded to all music. And he has like
Even
huge-
Happy Birthday. Sorry, that's my.
yeah. But he has like tons of people on, and it's the only source I've found
Yeah.
that actually does this, and it's just a podcast, and it's one artist a week
Yeah,
with
yeah.
one song a week. So you're like, all right, it's been around for 15 years. We have 0.1% of
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
you know? So I love finding
Yeah.
out actual song meanings.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
The meaning stuff I looked up after, but the information about the song being the first, like, all fully synth, the band didn't play anything,
That's
and
cool.
the remixes, like, that was all in the documentary.
Yeah.
But yeah, super interesting.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
You know that funny fact about Happy Birthday where for like 30 years they're like, it's copyrighted, we
Oh,
can't
sure, yeah.
use it, and then they found out like a couple years ago, they're like, wait, it's not copyrighted, we could just use it whenever we want.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
so bizarre.
Yeah,
But now every chain restaurant has their own version. So
This is true.
know.
But you know what?
Branding.
I think it's insane that we just all went, yep, that's the song for birthdays.
Yeah.
I think it
Weird.
was a different
it's a weird
time.
thing. It was a different time. I don't know how much that.
I think
Really
it might be
goes into it.
traditionalism. No? Probably.
It's just odd that there's certain like songs for different things like the funeral, dun, dun,
Yeah.
that whole
The
thing.
wedding march.
the wedding march and
all,
things like
Auld
that.
Lang Syne for New Year's.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
New Year's, or all of the carols for Christmas. But it is weird where it's like for birthdays specifically.
Yeah.
This is this because there is no further meaning beyond that, right?
Yeah.
Like Christmas songs, Christmas carols.
Yep.
They're tied to religion mostly.
Right.
Auld Lang Syne feels more like this is a national celebratory thing,
Yep.
and then it gets adopted. Birthdays are so singular.
Right.
Yes.
And that's why it's
One person at a time.
Yeah, it is weird, and I wonder how did Happy Birthday, Brad? You might have to do a roar on this.
Yeah.
How did Happy Birthday become like just the agreed on stock standard? Everyone understands.
Right.
Well, you sing Happy Birthday.
Yep.
That's weird, right?
It is kinda
Imagine
weird.
the year that happened, where somebody was like the two sisters were like, we thought about it, and Okay, bear with me. So the cake's coming. Okay, yes, candles. You blow them out. But we're gonna sing first, okay?
Yep.
And then at the end of the song, and it's very short. At the end of the song, then you blow out the candles. Okay, are you ready? Okay, me, right? And they get ready for it. That's weird.
Yep.
And that means somebody had to be like, "Hey, what was that song?"
And what about that second
What do you
verse?
call it?
Was that originally in it?
Yeah.
Remember the second verse?
Yes.
For "He's a Jolly Good Fellow."
No, there's another verse, isn't there?
How old are you?
How old are you now?
Oh, that feels like
tacked
a
on?
Yeah.
that feels like a now I know my ABCs.
Yeah.
Next time, won't you sing with me? Right?
Yeah.
And why didn't we update it? How did this stock standard boring ass song that sounds like a bummer, the pacing of it, it sounds more like it's more akin to a funeral.
Yeah.
Right? If you change the words, because it's like ha, and it has to go so slow.
Yeah.
You know what'd
Because
be
everybody
funny?
catches up together.
It'd be funny if you were the guy who tried to slow it down the whole time.
Yeah.
That would be that'd be a great
Because
prank.
at least a lot of the like restaurant versions, or I have heard other people that Brad would say don't crack. There's been a reference of there's their version of the Happy Birthday song,
Yep.
which is the same song but has a better beat to
Well,
it.
Really?
Yep.
Don't, Brad.
I just said well. I just said well.
No more picnic table thoughts for you.
You know who's ruining this picnic?
Oh no!
Ants.
Let me just say, they don't crack.
They have aunts and uncles.
Hey, do you know what it is?
No, it's just more. It's like a quicker beat to it.
You can't do it?
No, I'm not going to either. But I do think that the Happy Birthday song is too slow and sounds like a bummer because it always starts with everybody going "Happy Birthday to you." That sounds so bummer. That might as well be a casket being taken out instead of a
That's
cake.
how I feel about my birthdays.
That's fair.
So,
That
Can I
is
tell you
fair.
my favorite part of the song? When there's two
favorite part.
There's two people having a birthday, and you go like, "Happy birthday, dear Brad and Grandpa."
Yeah. No, Brad and Grandpa.
well, and then some people are saying Grandpa and Brad.
Yeah.
I saw
Some people say Grandpa Brad.
Yes.
But the song is
the
such a
idea
bummer.
of a nice look at this is the idea of singing to someone and hearing all the family names for that person, and it celebrates like who you are to all these different people,
Sure.
whether you're Grandpa, whether you're Brad, whether you're Bubba, whatever.
Oh,
So
you
it's
want
just,
them-
so it's
so
a
that's-
cacophony.
I was
is
gonna
when
say,
the-
yeah. You want them all to say different things?
Yeah, it's a fun way to look at
You-
a weird song.
No, I just
I
like the
get
idea
it.
of like 30 different names, and you hear fuck face. You're like, wait.
Hey, wait! I didn't invite Chuck.
I'm just gonna say,
Dickhead. Wait.
that's a lovely sentiment.
Thank you.
I've never been in a situation where someone said different names. Have you?
No.
Have you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, like Grandpa and Dad are different names.
Yeah, but I feel like in a family, ultimately, they become that name. Like my grandmother was Mimi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody called her Mimi because that's who she was then. You know what I mean?
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard the cacophony of different names. That's fun.
Yeah.
We should do that in the future.
Well, they were
Okay.
doing a lot of the aliases that your family had
Yes.
when they escaped.
Bram Stoker, Mary Shelley.
And for a while, they had the more Spanish-sounding names because of that time that your family spent in Argentina.
Argentina, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
time. Good times down there.
You know
God,
what
what
might
a
be
ball!
You know what might be fun for Halloween? Brad Stoker's Dracula. That could be fun.
I would enjoy that.
All right, I'll get to work on it.
Ooh, I like the idea of a Brad vampire, but classic Bram Stoker's version.
Yeah.
that is fun. To
I gotta
me,
say, like, is it Renfield?
yeah.
Yes.
You're your own Renfield.
Well, I'll say Ray is closer to Renfield than Chuck would be. So,
Rayfield.
Rayfield.
I don't like Rayfield.
What's your middle name?
All I know is I
Field.
hate Mondays.
Yes. But I'll say this. Harrington is closer to Helsing, so Van Harrington.
Ooh, I like Van Harrington. That's fun. Hell yeah.
I'll be Renfield. I don't care.
Well, do we need a Renfield in it?
I mean, I have
I feel like you would be your own Renfield for sure. That's what a
Well,
Brad Stoker's Dracula.
all right,
would
so
be.
Brad Stoker's Dracula is going to have Chuckula, Bradfield, and Van Harrington. I think
I think it should be Bradula, or like not.
you
don't have to
should
use
be
any-
you should
All
be
right.
the vampire.
I think he should be
dig
the
through
vampire.
ditches
You
and
can be
burn
the
through the
Keanu
witches.
Reeves.
I'll
How's
slam
that?
Oh
him.
yeah, I've never watched
No,
that.
no, you should be the
girl?
the girl
Yeah.
that's being lured sexually.
I've never seen the movie the Interview with the Vampire.
That's a different
Yeah, Dracula is different than Interview with the Vampire.
Which
Yeah.
one am I
Amber.
thinking of?
I honestly don't know anymore.
Keanu Reeves.
Interview with the Vampire. Oh no,
No,
he was
that's
in
Bram
Bram Stoker's
Stoker's,
Dracula. Yeah,
He was in
but
Interview too, right?
wasn't
No, he was not.
Oh, it was
The interview was Brad Pitt
Tom Cruise?
and Thomas Cruise.
Tom Cruise is who I'm thinking
Thomas
of.
Cruise. Yep.
Yep.
And
Tomas.
I forgot her name just now. Kristen
Dunst.
Yeah, she was.
checks in.
Yes.
Kirsten Dunst checks in.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Hi, I'm checking in.
The end.
The bellhop's like, she fucking said it. Oh no, it's Bam.
Yeah.
Dude, we got her to fucking say it. We're gonna get her to check in.
Well, folks out there, if you have ideas for Brad Stoker's Dracula,
No. I think if you have faux pas, if a faux pas has
Faux
been
pas for
committed,
sure. Faux pas for days. Yeah.
and how about this? Best songs of all time. Let's see if any of them line up.
yes, include 900 songs.
I think we need a mix of all the faux pas. We put them together, beautiful little basket on the back of the toilet seat, and it's faux pas puree.
Faux pas puree is a good
very
name
nice.
if we do an episode about
Yeah,
faux pas.
it'll be
Yeah.
confusing to spell.
yes.
I
Yeah,
could do it. Is Crazy on You on your best of list?
I don't know. I don't
My
have a
heart-
best of list. I'm so
Not,
sorry.
not yet.
You can have songs you
So,
like
okay,
a lot.
happy birthday.
Yep.
I do. We gotta pep up the birthdays.
All right.
Oh, maybe that's part of
Happy
the.
birthday to you. Happy birthday. You know what I mean? It's gotta be.
I mean, we could do a different one.
Yeah.
I remember we did You Should Be Cliche-shamed.
Yes.
That kind
Yeah.
of fits into that.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. We'll keep it in mind.
Yeah.
Send us an email, funbearablepod@gmail.com, or find us on socials @funbearablepod. Please like, subscribe, and share the podcast. We need it. We appreciate all of you, especially the anonymous person who helped me find Chuck at the
Time
concert.
traveler.
Yes.
Very strange.
Yes. We appreciate you traveling through time for that. For Ray Harrington and Chuck Staten, I'm Brad Rohr saying thank you so much, and we're sorry for being Funbearable.
I can just picture a casket being carried by people, and you hear da 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 da.
Happy Death Day,
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah. There you go.
We solved it.
How sexual is Bradula?
Oh.
I mean, I'm the writer, so he's very sexual, but he's also confused about a lot of it.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't just be careful, because Bradula does sound even closer to Dragula.
Yeah.
And I just really don't want you digging through these ditches.
It's going to be.
and burning
You can
through
burn
these
through the
wishes.
witches, though.
Well, yeah, you can burn through.
I'll say this: we're going to get 2/3 of the way through the script, and I'm going to be like, "This is too bizarre."